view.
Eduwave TVPSS KoMeTs Travelog 1.0 Istanbul, here I come. Hello everyone. My family and I went to Istanbul, Turkey for our 2017 school holiday trip. In this video, I'm going to share a few photos that I took there. But before that, let us take a look at Istanbul's history. Istanbul, historically known as Constantinople and Byzantium, which is the most populous city in Turkey and the country's economic, cultural and historic center. Istanbul is a transcontinental city in Eurasia, straddling the Bosphorus Strait, which separates Europe and Asia between the Sea of Marmara and the Black Sea. Its commercial and historical center lies on the European side, and about a third of its population live on the Asian side. The city is the administrative center of the Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality, coterminous with Istanbul Province, both hosting a population of around 14.7 million residents. Istanbul is one of the world's most populous cities and ranks as the world's 7th largest city proper and the largest European city. Sultan Ahmet Mosque. The Sultan Ahmet Mosque is a historic mosque located in Istanbul, Turkey. A popular tourist site, the Sultan Ahmet Mosque continues to function as a mosque today. Men still kneel in prayer on the mosque's large red carpet after the call to prayer. The Blue Mosque, as it's popularly known, was constructed between 1609 and 1616 during the rule of Ahmed I. Hand-painted blue tiles adorn the mosque's interior walls, and at night, the mosque is bathed in blue, as lights frame the mosque's 5 main domes, 6 minarets, and 8 secondary domes. It sits next to the Hagia Sophia, another popular tourist site. Hagia Sophia. The Hagia Sophia, one of the historical architectural wonders that still remains standing today, has an important place in the art world with its architecture, grandness, size, and functionality. The pinnacle of Byzantine architecture and one of Istanbul's most iconic structures is the Hagia Sophia. Topped by a dome 31 meters, which is 102 feet in diameter, the Hagia Sophia stood as the world's largest cathedral for centuries and was later converted into a mosque and, as it stands now, a museum. Originally a church, later a mosque, and today, since 1935, a museum. The 6th century Hagia Sophia in Istanbul, built by the Byzantine Emperor Justinian the Great, was the largest cathedral ever constructed in the world for nearly 1,000 years until the completion of the Seville Cathedral in Spain. The Blue Mosque in the distance as I look out of a window from the Hagia Sophia. Istiklal. Istiklal Avenue or Istiklal Street is one of the most up venues in Istanbul, Turkey, visited by nearly 3 million people in a single day over the course of weekends. Located in the historic Pera district, it is an elegant pedestrian street, 1.4 kilometers long, which houses boutiques, music stores, bookstores, art galleries, cinema, theaters, libraries, cafes, pubs, nightclubs with live music, historical patisseries, chocolateries, and restaurants. The avenue, surrounded by late Ottoman-era buildings, mostly from the 19th and early 20th century, that were designed with the neo-classical, neo-Gothic, Renaissance, Revival, Mixed Arts, Art Nouveau, and First Turkish national architecture styles, as well as a few Art Deco-style buildings from the early years of the Turkish Republic, and a number of more recent examples of modern architecture starts from the medieval Denos neighborhood around Galata Tower and ultimately leads up to Taksim Square. Near to one of the entrances of the Grand Bazaar, the street is filled to bursting with shoppers. Galata Tower. The Galata Tower is a medieval stone tower in the Galata or Karaköy quarter of Istanbul, Turkey, just to the north of the Golden Horns junction with the Bosphorus. One of the city's most striking landmarks, it is a high, cone-capped cylinder that dominates the skyline and offers a panoramic vista of Istanbul's historic peninsula and its environs. There is a restaurant and cafe on its upper floor which command a magnificent view of Istanbul and the Bosphorus. Also located on the upper floor is a club which hosts a Turkish show. There are 2 operating elevators that carry visitors from the lower level to the upper level. Interesting facts, Galata Tower has stood for hundreds of years watching out over Istanbul, and today you can climb this old building for incredible views over the city. Taksim Square. Taksim Square, the European part of Istanbul, Turkey, is a major tourist and leisure district famed for its restaurants, shops and hotels. It is considered the heart of modern Istanbul with the central station of the Istanbul metro network. Taksim Square is also the location of the Monument of the Republic, which was crafted by Pietro Canonica and inaugurated in 1928. This is Taksim Square in the newer part of Istanbul, a place where Istanbul citizens traditionally comes to protest. Down the street to the right of the stage, one of the busiest shopping avenues in the city. Topkapi Palace. The Topkapi Palace is a large museum in Istanbul, Turkey. In the 15th century, it served as the main residence and administrative headquarters of the Ottoman Sultans. Bosphorus. The Bosphorus or Bosporus is a narrow, natural strait and an internationally significant waterway located in northwestern Turkey. It forms part of the continental boundary between Europe and Asia and separates Asian Turkey from European Turkey. As you can see, the Turkish flag flies from the ferry as I cross from the European side of Istanbul to the Asian. And that concludes our 2017 school trip to Istanbul, Turkey. I hope you enjoy. Till we meet again in the next vlog. Bye! I am Wonder Ifah, Eduwave TV, PSS Comments.